Okay, so I go to take my Switch out of the dock, and obviously you can already see that something went wrong. Now it's error code 2101-001, and I've heard it's got to be something to do with some of the hardware inside of the Switch, more commonly the charging port, but we look in there, I don't know if you can see it that well, but charging port's fine, like everything's fine, so I'm gonna just shut off the Switch here. Shut off the Switch. Should turn off. Okay, no, there it goes again. So just gonna keep it held down for like 12 seconds, and this is gonna just force the Switch to go into shut down. So should be off. Yep. I also want to mention the dock is also flashing. That could just be a result for the Switch just being completely fucked. But I'm probably gonna get a new dock. You know, I probably want a new dock. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug the USB-C cord that comes with the Switch in. And to show you that my battery, or it's nothing to do with like the charger, I will go ahead and plug in. This is very scuffed. Plug in my Switch. You'll see. There it goes. It charges. I'm just gonna let this tie out as well. So yeah, it's nothing to do with the charging port. So the charging port is fine. However, I do want to say, this is an old Switch. This is what the white box one, obviously. So this Switch, it has error code 2101-001, and how could that be? You know, everything's fine. Everything works completely fine, except for inside the fan. The fan actually just busted. I don't know what happened. It started to slow down. The Switch started to heat up from time to time. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I just need to clean the fan. Still started heating up. I didn't think anything about it, and then my Switch just dies. So it's also probably because of like static electricity. It is dry right now, and I think the fan is the culprit here. The fan is definitely the culprit here. You know, if it wasn't blowing cold air out, or it wasn't very cool from the Switch, you know, and I wasn't playing a very demanding game. You know, I was only playing Pokémon. You know, it's not very demanding. And I think, what else was I playing? I played Tetris as well, Tetris 99. It still started to heat up. So it had to be the fan. It has to be 100% the fan. That caused this error. Because, I mean, the CPU probably just burnt out. And now it's all caused from the fan. Because again, I could barely hear the fan as well. Like before, you know, the fan was very noticeable when it came to fresh the air blowing out. You could hear the fan really working. It just burnt out. I think the fan is the culprit here. The fan is definitely the culprit. So it just crashed, and from just one static shock, the Switch is dead. So I'm gonna be sending this into Nintendo. Hopefully they can just replace the fan. Cause hopefully it is the fan. It's definitely not anything to do with any storage issues. I took it because this. Hold on. They say take out the SD card, the micro SD card. The micro SD card has been taken out. As well as the micro SD card had no problems. And the only thing that I had in the Switch at the time was Pokemon Sword and the micro SD card. That's the only thing I had in the Switch at the time. It crashed. The one thing I do think happened is, again, something happened with the fan. Something happened with the fan, static electricity, shocked the fan, killed it. Which, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. The fan seemed to have been running slower for the past few months. So I wouldn't be surprised if, also if that dock just killed it. I wouldn't be surprised if it was either the fan that killed it or my dock. So I am not going to be using this for a while. So yeah, that is my life right now. Hopefully I can get this fixed. Hopefully I can save all my data. I wouldn't be surprised if they are able to save all the data on here. I mean, chances are they just have to replace one component, and it can't be like the hard drive. The hard drive is fine. The battery's fine. So it's either going to be the CPU they have to replace, or again, the fan. The fan is a big component here. I don't care about the volume buttons either. Like, it doesn't really matter for me, the volume buttons. Like, the plus button, that doesn't work, but if they're able to fix that, that's going to be super nice. But again, still not able to do anything. Again, I am thinking it's either the fan or the CPU. That is, well, it can't be the CPU. What am I saying? The CPU wouldn't be, the CPU is fine, obviously. So it's not the CPU. I don't know why I've been saying it's the CPU. It's definitely the fan. The CPU probably crashed, and after, or the CPU probably overheated because the fan just fucking crashed. So as soon as the fan crashed, it's like, okay, no. Because the fan was barely holding on too, so I'm guessing it's just the fan. I don't want to really send this into I don't want to send this into like a repair shop because, well, number one, I would, but number one. Number two, like, it's probably gonna cost me a little bit more money. I mean, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure at this point. I already confirmed, hey, I'm gonna be sending this in to you guys today or tomorrow. So again, I am not gonna be using the Switch for a while. So I can finally try something else. I'm gonna be doing Minecraft, possibly some Pokemon Showdown recaps, whatever. Just, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. But see different kind of content for a while, I guess. Don't see normal Pokemon Sword and Shield. And yeah, I will see you all later.